pit road, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson going to work. His championship possibilities just 78 laps away from going away.
Yeah.
A triangle solo? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Sam and Joanna saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Know what goes great with steak and shrimp? More shrimp. And you know what goes great with that shrimp? You guessed it, more shrimp. Steak and unlimited shrimp starting at $15.99. Only at Outback.
New tools, new ideas. Change has come fast over the years. But the one thing that drives all that change hasn't changed at all. And it never will. Let's get to work.
During the Yellow Tag sales event, you can get $3,500 off a hard day's play. $700 off select Mud Spa packages for two. And up to $1,300 off family packs of venison. Save on a world of possibilities with deals on select 2017 Can-Am vehicles. Only until October 31st at your local Can-Am dealer.
With Smithfield Fresh Pork, the possibilities are endless, so you can bring great flavor to any meal. With a variety of hand-trimmed cuts, from chops to tenderloins to ribs, Smithfield uses the highest quality fresh pork to bring out the best in every dish. And because Smithfield Fresh Pork can be easily prepared in so many delicious ways, you can bring great flavor to the table any night of the week. Smithfield Fresh Pork. Flavor hails from Smithfield.
Know what goes great with steak and shrimp? More shrimp. And you know what goes great with that shrimp? You guessed it, more shrimp. Steak and unlimited shrimp starting at $15.99. Only at Outback.
Yes, we go 90 miles an hour down the track.
If you're not prepared for it, it'll take your breath away. I'm going to give it all I've got and see where the chips fall.
You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Slightly out of control, that's the sweet spot.
Kevin Harvick leads the Monster Energy Cup Series race from Kansas. Telecast presented by Outback Steakhouse. Enjoying some Monster Energy Cup Series racing from Kansas Speedway. Only 75 laps remaining. Want to listen into a little radio from the 4 team and how they're already looking at these playoffs.
The way they sit right now, the 42 would be in, 48 would be out, 20's out, 1's out, 17's out. 48 is still rolling though. So he'll probably get some points back for the end.
All right, look at the points as they run on the left side of the screen.
We just heard it. Rodney chose breaking down. That is the points as they run. We monitor this all during the race because the teams monitor it. Jeff, this is basically who can make the playoffs. Kyle Larson, this is something he wants to see as he's in the garage with blown up engine.
Yeah, some people question whether you should do points as they run now. And I'm going to tell you something. Rodney Childress is looking at it. I think it's fair for us to be looking at it.
Absolutely. Kevin Harvick on the inside. Kyle Busch spins the tires on the restart. little bit of a shove from behind him, and the 24 of Chase Elliott. Truex Jr. in the 78. On the outside of that 14 of Clint Boyer.
48 around
up into
again,
the wall. It's the 48 one more time around. And so the caution again comes out.
When they get up to speed, we'll see if there's any damage to the car. Whatever happens.
Just after the restart, we see the 48 way up against the wall, and on entry gets around.
Never really made big impact. I think the biggest issue for the 48 right now is that whatever issue they had before this wreck, and also they just used another set of tires, they could get to the point where they run out of tires.
And Jeff, they were down a set already. They had 2 stickers before that stop and it glued up another set, so they're in dire straits there.
So no major impact, I don't think, Steve.
No, I don't see an impact, but I'm asking NASCAR right now. I want to know if the 48 ever cleared the 5-minute clock. Remember, he was in the last accident, so he was put on the clock. The team came to pit road, made the repairs. That was fine, but the only way to clear that clock is to minimum speed. Well, now,
which takes an entire lap.
If he didn't make minimum speed, then he's still on the clock, and it's the same amount that has been used. So NASCAR is saying they have not made minimum speed. So not only is he still on the clock, but, you know, it's the totality of the two. So we're going to have to see right here, if they come to pit road, they're going to have to be very efficient with their repairs. The worst thing that can happen to the 48 is just time out and go to the garage area.
And again, we mentioned the 42 of Kyle Larson has to be looking at this and saying, there's still a chance. I still have a chance. If the 20 has a problem, which it's not out of the realm of possibility because we've seen it happen with numerous cars already today.
Well, right
42
now,
could still be in.
Well, right now, Matt Kenseth is in 13th position, right? He just pitted, working his way back up, had a really good restart to get up to 13th, but he's only 2 points ahead of Kyle Larson if the race ended right now.
So I've got the word for the 48. They did not make minimum speed, so they're still on the clock from the last accident, and they used roughly 3 minutes 20 seconds left of those 5 minutes. They used about 1:40, give or take a few seconds. I don't have the official clock here, but to give you an idea where they're at, so they still have a little over 3 minutes left. I'm sure Chad Knaus will come to pit road here. We know they need 4 tires, but now they also can repair that body. But very important to be mindful. We saw that communication last week cost them a spot, whether they could or couldn't work on it under red. That same sort of communication issue about this clock could be very costly to the 48. I'm sure
Steve.
Chad Knaus, so with 7 championships, Dave, I'm sure Chad understands this very clearly.
Here's my question. Did they not make minimum speed because they didn't go line to line to record a time? Because they were fast.
That's correct, Dave. Basically,
Okay.
minimum speed has to be a total lap time. They never completed a lap. So the clock has not been cleared.
So Jimmy, sorry, Rick. So Jimmy knows he's got 4 flat tires, so they're going to come in. They're going to change those and work just a little bit harder on that 48 car to make it dry